Hi, my name is Tiffany, mother of Gunnar, a child with severe autism. Gunnar was seen by a psychiatrist when he was 3 years old, where we received the official diagnosis of severe level 3 autism. To be completely honest, my husband and I were utterly devastated by the diagnosis. We waited a long time for our second child, and we were very excited, especially when we found out it would be a boy. It was very hard to understand that all the dreams we had for him would not come true. I must admit that I went through a long period of grieving before accepting it. At first, I started a journey of research on autism. I read several books, watched many videos of Temple Grandin and other parents who had gone through the same thing. I joined Facebook groups and started following various pages of parents who shared their experiences. Additionally, I contacted my local regional center, where they provided information on early intervention, ABA, and local support groups where I could meet parents going through the same difficulties. This helped us a lot, but even though I found support, it took me a long time to find a strategy to help my son. In those early days when Gunnar was between 3 and 4 years old, I felt overwhelmed by his constant meltdowns, extreme pickiness with food, lack of sleep, and self-injurious behaviors. It was too difficult to handle. I struggled against positivity for several years. I felt completely defeated and depressed until I realized that staying negative about his autism and the challenges it brought was not helping my son or the situation. That's when I started to try to remember the good things I appreciated about my son and that I experienced every day. His sounds, his smile, his hugs. I had to change my perspective and stop focusing on all the things that were wrong and instead focus on what was right. I have a son whom I love with all my heart, and that helps me get through the difficult days. I simply did my best to be patient and kind and to show him love through it all. And over time, I learned that the best strategy to support my son was to enter his world, not expect him to enter mine. I had to join him at his level of understanding, and this really made a difference in the way we connected. The biggest changes we made were opening our home to professionals who came to work with Gunnar in ABA therapies 5 days a week for 40 hours weekly. It took time to get used to, especially for Gunnar, who didn't like having strangers in his space trying to make him do things. But we also learned how to communicate with him by implementing PECs and sign language. Even my work situation changed. I had to leave my job because Gunnar needed a lot of support. I became his caregiver, which is a 24/7 job. I have family members who are not close to Gunnar because they don't know how to interact with him, or they're not willing to learn and don't feel comfortable with him. In fact, our other daughter is 16 years older than Gunnar, and although I think that definitely influenced things, I wish they were closer. I also have family members who do support me, and I'm grateful because they made an effort and showed that they care. I think it is important to talk about autism because there's still a lot of misinformation about it. It's a spectrum, and if you've met one person with autism, you've met only one person with autism. They have similarities, but they also are unique individuals with different support needs. I find it important for people to understand that autism is not just Rain Man or the good doctor. Not all people with autism are gifted or NASA engineers. Severe autism exists and needs more awareness and representation in the media. There are some autistic people who need 24/7 care for the rest of their lives, and parents need support and more resources. Following these principles, in 2023, I founded Life with Severe Autism, an Instagram account to showcase the daily challenges and victories my son with severe autism experiences. My goal was simply to raise awareness about severe autism and connect with other parents facing the same challenges as me. I bring my son into the community. I share videos of him to show that he is a human being who deserves kindness, acceptance, and to be included with others. In this regard, I believe there has been an impact on autism awareness and acceptance. Every day I receive comments and messages from parents who appreciate the videos I post because they are going through a similar situation and they value the advice I give. I want to focus on the severe end of the spectrum and tell the world that even those with severe autism, although it may take them a little longer, are capable of many things. The fact that they can't speak doesn't mean they don't have thoughts and feelings. They certainly can hear what is said about them. I would tell myself and all parents of children with autism to stop focusing on what they can't do. Let's appreciate the many things they can do. Love them, show them that you love them, and find the good things every day. I learned to stop thinking about the fact that my son can't speak and to look for ways to communicate with him. I try not to worry about the little things. This child is a gift from God, so I have to act accordingly. My advice is it's okay to cry. It's okay to be sad because your child will experience life differently and may not do everything you imagined for them. That is a normal human reaction. Find support groups so you can learn from other parents. We are a community. We understand exactly how you feel and we want to support you. At some point, you will move from that place of denial to acceptance, and that is when you'll be able to focus on helping your child as best you can, focusing on all the good things and not give it up. Your children are counting on you. My 3 motivating words are love, encouragement, determination.